Hey guys, how are you doing? I have one topic that I've been bugging my mind for quite a while now, and I never got to make a video about it. I always kind of forget, always put it on the side because it's not knife related, but it's in our community related because it's kind of like, prep related. Now, I'm not a prepper, but there was one thing that I've seen on many people who have that prepper mentality and are preppers, and do it, and I try to learn from them a lot. It's always one thing what kept bugging me, and I was thinking like, why? Because in my opinion it just doesn't make sense, and it might be because I'm thinking a little differently than most people are, and you never really know how it's gonna be until it actually happens. And it's that fact that people are, buying the gold and silver to have that as a form of currency if the system goes down. If something happens, end of the world comes, economy collapses, society collapses as we know it, and the money have no value. Now here's the kicker for me. Now if that happens, if there's gonna be end of the world, whatever happens, zombies, end of the world, economic collapses, so the society falls apart as we know it. Now why would most of the people, why would you care for gold? Because in a sense, the gold and silver is just the same thing as money. It's just something that will not feed you, will not heal you, will not protect you, will not do anything for you. So in that sense, what's the sense of trading money that will have no value if that happens for gold and other, these rare commodities that also will have no value to the people? Because like I said, it won't feed you. You might as well have those papers in the if it's really just as that middle piece in a trading. You're not trading certain item for certain item. You just have that middle piece, the money, the commodity. It's the same thing. Why would I bother, getting that gold and have it as that trading factor? That I'm not gonna trade, apples for bananas, but I'm gonna trade apples for gold and then gold for bananas. First off, me personally, I would try to stay away from the middle thing. The more trades you're gonna do, the more chances of having problems. Because when that happens, it will only show the bad side of the people. So the more trades you're gonna face and the more people you're gonna face, the bigger risk of actually getting into some kind of conflict you're gonna have. So if I were to trade, I'm gonna trade things for things, my food for other food, my food for medications and stuff like that. So it never really made sense for me. Why would you wanna have a gold and silver? What's the point of that? It's like, to me personally, that gold and silver will be as useless, as pointless as the printed money on the paper. To me personally, I don't know if it's just me, if I'm missing something, because only other thing what I can think of, gold and silver is used in, like conductors. They're really good conductors, but again, like, why would you care about that if this thing happens? You wouldn't really care about that. Would be the only use of such items, such commodities, as a superconductors. But again, why would you need that in the end of the world situation? So I want to ask you guys if you would agree with me, if it's something I'm missing, or why is gold and silver so important? Me personally, I'm not a jewelry person, so or collector or stuff like that. So I just generally don't understand why people would hoard or collect and want to have items that they cannot use for nothing. I love collecting and using tools that I can use, but not so much the stuff that I just want to have and that have no use for me, like gold and stuff like that. It just has no meaning to me whatsoever. It's like I keep thinking like when the time's gonna come when people realize that it's nothing, it means nothing, unless you can actually put it to use and the thing can do something for you, it has no meaning to me. So I'm just like, I always keep thinking like, when do people realize that the gold is like nothing, it's a jewelry, why would you pay crazy money for it? It does nothing to you, it's just like prestige, it's like branding. You might as well get a tattoo, it's cheaper. If you want to be special in some way, might as well get a tattoo, It's kind of funny to me, that's just because I'm that way, but I can understand it in nowadays society. But in that situation, in that scenario of the end of the world, and have it as a commodity to pay, why? It just doesn't make sense, because when that happens, the only thing what's going to be really traded is items for items, food for medication, or items for services, So if a trade, People will pay you, trade you their stuff that you're gonna need for your knowledge and skills. So again, kind of missing that gold. Me personally, I wouldn't care about that. If it comes to that, if you really, just imagine that we are back in like Stone Ages because of something happened. So it's really gonna be trading, gathering, hunting. And trading, why would you wanna have, people gonna be bad if that happens. People will not, if you're gonna have gold and stuff like that, it's only more chance of people actually targeting you. I think. I don't know. Tell me your point, your point of view on this topic. I'm really dying to know, especially the people who are into this, who doing more research and more prepping and stuff like that, because I'm not much of a prepper. I have a lot of stuff here. I try to be prepared for pretty much anything, at least for a couple of months, always have a food and stuff like that. But I'm not a prepper by any means. It's just like stuff that you can just buy, just with a long shelf life. But not a prepper by any means. I might be when I will move out and actually have my house and have enough room to do such things. I would love to do it because I do believe in what it is for. I believe it's a very important part of our community, and I like it, and it is in my mentality to be ready for anything, not to be dependent on anybody, which most of people in nowadays world are missing that mentality, I think. So guys, hope you enjoyed it, hope you have some, some little info, some pointers to chip into this topic, and thanks for watching, take care, stay safe, and remember, don't cut yourself.